Hey guys, Bryce here. So I wanted to film this video called The State of the Accounting Field. So the main thing is there's a resurgence coming. So there are new people entering the space and learning accounting and bookkeeping every single day. And like as the recession hits and people are out of work, like new entrants are going to just continue and continue to emerge and they're hungry. Okay. They're going to ensure they never have to work for someone else again. Now, if you have an accounting background, like maybe you just haven't gotten around to starting your business, like you're running out of time. Okay. Because the one thing that you maybe have an advantage over, or you had an advantage over a lot of people, is just like that you understand the skill set of accounting and bookkeeping. But there have so many courses nowadays about learning bookkeeping that that is no longer going to be the edge that allows you to be able to go and get a client over someone else. It's just not as big or as a specialized skill set as what it used to be. Okay. And these new bookkeepers, they're focused, okay? They're smart and they're willing to work as hard as they need to provide for the families. Now, you don't have to do this alone. Like maybe you do have some accounting skills. Maybe you are like an accountant or a bookkeeper by trade and it's your corporate job, but you just don't even know exactly where to start. Like you don't have to do this stuff alone. Like I can help you. Like go to the description, click the link inside of like the description to book a call with me to see if I can help you. Now, like we do limit like how many people we help inside of our mentorship program to about 10 people per month. But if you want to go and see if you qualify for our help and if it'll be a good fit, go ahead and click on that link. And let's jump into this even further. So there are two main ways you can make money inside this field. And also, if you want for me to send you a copy of this cleaned up version of this document, type like document below, and either I will go and attach it inside of the YouTube description, or I will actually just like respond to your comment with a link to the document. Or you can go see the video description, like I just said. So number one is partnerships. Okay, so what are partnerships and like how can they help? So partners are individuals, both in the local area and online, who already have established relationships with business owners that fit inside of either your target market, your target niche, your desired company size, desired revenue, et cetera, right? Now, they can do a lot of different things. The main ways we use it is by number one, having them send clients to you. The second way is that if they send a client to you and that client said that your price is too high for whatever reason, we actually have the partners go and then start like having a mini like consultation call with the person said your price was too high, and they actually convince the person why they should be working with you at those higher price points. So it's just like it's very, very cool when you get it to work. Now, why should you get partnerships? Now, partnerships are powerful because it's like it's very asymmetric yield, meaning like maybe you put in like one unit of energy to go start a relationship. Then you do maybe between like a 15-minute to a 45-minute call, just kind of really seeing how you two can work together as a partner. And they start sending you clients. So for example, like Suzanne, in February of last year for the program, like this is like the biggest like partnership kind of like testimonial that we kind of have is she had a partner. Now, this individual sent her between 2 to 3 clients. This is not referrals, this is clients per week, every week from February to about Christmas of 2022. Okay. Now, these clients were between 800 to about like, on average, I think her average price point broke down to about like $2,800 a month. It was extremely, extremely powerful for her and like for some of the students that are inside the program. Now, the thing is like she got the partnership because we talked about a potential partnership. So when she first joined the program, it was kind of like, hey Bryce, this is kind of my background to my story. I basically took her through like a low-hanging fruit example of like, okay, so these are all the potential partners that you could have without meeting any new people. So let's go and like I give you guys like a script exactly what to say so that you can actually like turn those partnerships into new potential clients. And then what she did was she went and spoke to them and put in the script we talked about, and she had actually had this past relationship she created about 7 years ago, but she just didn't know she could actually utilize it in her current business to help grow and get more clients. So once she implemented that, that's when the floodgates started opening. And for her, we had to actually give, I think, like a 20% commission on the first payment that the client gave to her to that referral partner. So it was just a very lucrative thing for everyone who was involved. Now, how many partners do you need? You might be asking. Now, my goal is always to try and add between 1 to 3 partnerships per month until you at least like 1.5x your income goal. And then if you're ambitious, it's like you just keep going. Now, ideally, you would prune your referral partnerships to being about like having 5 to 10 partnerships that give you about 20 to $40,000 per year in clients or in subcontract revenue. Okay. I just kind of found that's just the easiest way. I mean, like 5 times 20K on the minimum is going to be 6 figures. So I always like to hedge my bet to make sure that I can at least hit the goal if worst case scenario happens. So for example, one of our students, Eman, so in the last, she got 3 partnerships like the last 30 days. And she's already received about 600 or sorry, $6,650 per month from those same partners through subcontracting. Now, these partnerships are easiest to grow. Now, in the program, like we do help students know like what to say, how to convert the partnerships into cash, how to get the partners actually start sending you clients. We also have a tremendous amount of like free content on this YouTube channel that can show you how to go find, get, and really convert 6 figure partnerships, as well as like really creating in Q1 of 2023, we created a book called 6 Figure Partnerships. And it makes it very easy for you to understand like how to get your first or your next 6 figure partner. I don't know if I'm going to put a link to that book, but if you want a link to the book, just type in like 6FP. I'll be sure to give you a link for you to purchase. Like, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, we have like a promotional price of $4.99 instead of the regular $26.99 that's on like most of our Amazon and like different websites. So if you want to go ahead and type in 6FP, I'll be sure to drop you a link to go and purchase the book. While it's still at the discount price. Um, next is direct clients. So that's the second way like to go after like clients and like really grow the business. So this is the one that most people go after. Like most people like they want to go get their own clients. And like for example, like the construction company, the nonprofit, etc. Now the goal is to get at least 30% of your revenue from direct clients. Now we help students who join our program like target clients that can generally pay you between like $500 to $5,000 per month. And like as the students get like larger, this flips to being like helping them get clients to pay between $3,000 to $12,000 per month. Because like at first you're trying to get like a base, but then you can start being more and more selective as your revenue is growing and as you like hit certain like revenue milestones. And I made a post for someone saying that they got like a client for $7,000 per month, and some person in the client said that, oh yeah, someone inside the comment section, that's what it was, typo here. Someone inside the comment section was like, clients that pay 7 grand a month aren't real. They don't exist. I'm like, yeah, they don't exist for you because you just don't really know what you're doing. And that's not like an insult. It's just like it's a fact. If you don't know how to price your service correctly, if you don't know how to do your consultation call, get someone to see the value, like you just don't know what you're doing. Now, that's also the reason why, like, the number one reason why people who invest in courses make 10 times the money of others is because you're basically buying the ability to know how to do what you want to do. And it's because, like, the way new business owners think is just not accurate to the way that, like, things actually are, right? And the way that we think about business determines our result. And the only way for you to, like, really get different results is to change the way you've made decisions in the past. And, like, if you understand that, like, just say out loud on your computer or your phone, like, change my decision making. And basically, what it does is it's a very weird paradigm like when you're starting to get success in business, right? Because like for a lot of people they kind of walk through life like life kind of happens to them, right? And they carry that same way of living life into running a business. But business is one of the most like empowering aspects or empowering journey you can kind of go on because every single thing can be really either made or broken by you. So, for example, you can choose how many people you want to speak to like potentially get clients. You can do as many consultations you want. If someone says no to you on the consultation call, you can keep following up with them and understanding like more about their solution and just keep following up with them and give yourself the opportunity or the chance for them to end up wanting to like work with you in the future, right? You're in control. Now, another thing too is like, okay, Bryce, well, people say no to me, like they don't want to pay the price. I'm not in control. Okay, but you don't have to stop at that person. You can just keep finding more and more people until you go and reach your goal, right? You can be in total control. And that's one reason why it's like most people start a business and they succeed in business. Like you just notice there's like a sense of calm about them, a sense of peace about them. They have their times because they've built their life and their business in a way that allows them to be able to go and get the stuff they're watching and the stuff that they want. So how to reach potential clients in the remainder of 2023. So in 2023, like things are just changing radically. You can no longer just like spend like 2 to 3 hours per week creating like beautiful photos on Canva, sticking them up on your like Facebook business page and just like wait for clients to come to you. It just doesn't happen, right? There's just too many people that are doing that, and Facebook is starting to get less and less views than ever before. It's the same thing with Instagram, the same thing with Pinterest. Like pretty posts on social media do not get clients. Okay, posting is dying, and your hopes of financial freedom will die too if you don't make these switches. Okay, but marketing channels. So in this video, I'll break down 4 different marketing channels so you can kind of choose which of which of these channels could be the best and the right one for you. Now, we encourage all of our students in the program, who's our mentorship program, to choose 2 to 3 marketing channels. Now, the characteristics of the channel you choose are, number one, they have to be consistent. Okay, we don't want one-time results. We want all the time results. Number two, they need to be able to scale. If you can't controllably say, I want to go from $1,500 per month to $12,000 per month in 90 days, your method is not going to help you reach your revenue goals in a short period of time. Then your method needs to be simple, so you can hand off to your virtual assistant when you want to focus on, when you want them to focus on like the marketing tasks. Now, if you don't have a virtual assistant yet, that's okay. We can provide you one inside like the mentorship program or teach you how and when to actually go bring one on when we're working together. So for me, channel one is going to be LinkedIn. So this is like our bread and butter. Okay, it's great for qualifying clients. It's lower spam, so it's getting hard to spam on LinkedIn. So like there's less marketers that are using the platform, which means that the more business owners are open to listening to you on that platform. Next is complexity. So since LinkedIn is very complex, when you don't know what you're doing on it, like many bookkeepers and accountants get overwhelmed, they end up not using it. And that means there's lower competition for you and me. A good example is like Jillian she got like a $5,000 per month construction client using like LinkedIn. So it was probably her first like 14 days of using LinkedIn, just like knowing exactly what to say, like how to go and build her searches, how to go and like really segment the market, right? So she ran into this person who owned like a construction business, and the guy owned like a construction business. He also owned like a number of like mines over in like Africa. So he had like a U.S. construction business. He also had like some just family holdings back in Africa. It was a really cool kind of like person to kind of talk to him. Like she was like the first bookkeeper they really spoke to, because he had like a CPA, but he didn't really know any other bookkeepers. So by learning how to utilize LinkedIn and being able to have those conversations, right, she was one of one. And it made it very easy for him to want to go. And his business just had a size and a scale to where, it required $5,000 per month worth of services. And he was very happy to pay $5,000 per month. So the second channel is email marketing. So email marketing is about being organized. Now, we've been sending emails to grow our business off and on for about 5 years, but I never really took it seriously until one of our students named Hillary. So she actually so I'll tell you, I call it the construction client story. So basically, whenever you guys join the mentorship program, on our onboarding calls, I give you different templates, like to kind of build your business and be able to go and start like getting some really, faster traction inside of your business. So I give a post that I generally like to put inside like different like Facebook groups, just to introduce people like who you are, why I should work with you. And it's really good at getting like some really easy, simple clients when you're first starting out. She took that post and she actually went and she basically sent it inside of like email. So she emailed it to a couple construction companies, and she emailed like 6 construction companies, and two out of 6 of those people actually responded and ended up paying her money. So one of the clients paid her like $3,200 per month, and it was a light bulb moment. It was like, what? So this post can be utilized on email in a totally different way than what I anticipated it being, and still has some very, very strong results. That's was like, okay, stop ignoring this, start going all in on this, start digging on this. And that's like one thing that we like to do for some of the students, is show them how to do like email marketing. Now, email marketing is also scalable, right? And you'll be able to reach potential clients you never really dreamed were possible. So a good example of this is like Rick. So he actually used email, and this is like more the traditional way that we like to do it, is he landed a client that had 91 bank accounts and pays him $7,800 a month. So the reason why it was 91 bank accounts, because it was the guy basically is in New York, and he owns they're like parking lots. He owns 36 parking lots, and he has almost 3 bank accounts for every single parking lot he has. It's ridiculous how much money it was. Now, he had like a bookkeeper in place, but during COVID, I think I can't remember, the bookkeeper either died or the bookkeeper just kind of like retired, right? But he was basically left with like a gap. So by Rick being able to do that and just like showing up inside the email inbox, again, that's a 1 out of 1 scenario where Rick's the only person who's reaching out to this person, and the person says yes, and then the consultation process is good, and then you're done. Now, if you want me to send the behind the scenes video of Rick where he's talking about the $7,800 per month client, and either myself or if you want me to send that to you, go ahead and comment Rick down inside the comments. Either myself or like my assistant will like send it to you when we have the chance. Yeah, because it's cool for me to like say this, but it's also cool like when you can actually like hear it from like his mouth and behind the scenes, like what exactly happened, and just make it really easy. Now, Another channel I like to do is like job sites like Profinder, Indeed, Upwork, etc. Now, all of these are a little bit tricky, right? Because of the low-paying clients that most people will attract. So, like when you learn how to write good proposals and you have like a team of subcontractors that can do like the work for you, then the volume of work that you can get from these platforms is very, very astonishing. Okay, so like they do have their place. It's just most people when you're starting out probably shouldn't use it, especially if number one, you don't know how to defend your value and like really hold your value in consultation calls. And number two, if you're only trying to like, get like one or two clients, because oftentimes like it's very easy to get discouraged on like Upwork or like Upwork or Indeed or like Alignable. Because like, sometimes they do have like really low paying clients and sometimes they do have people that will kind of beat you up if your prices are high. So if you don't really have like ways to get around that and ways to really like stand up for yourself, it can be very, very kind of overwhelming, very frustrating. At least that's kind of what I experienced. So yeah, we're actually thinking about having a master class about how to get clients from Upwork for some of our students who have like found success with the platform. So like, we do have students that use some of our stuff, just like we talked about the Hillary, where I give them a template, they implement it someplace else, and it works, right? So some of our students have actually gotten some clients using Upwork. Like we have some clients that have like $1,200 a month clients. We have one that got a $1,200 per month like subcontract from a CPA firm. That CPA firm like dissolved, and he went after the three other clients that he was working on for the subcontract and that ended up paying an extra like 6 grand a month because each one was I believe the CPA firm was charging like I think like 2,000 or like $1,800 a month. So we got all three of them after the CPA firm dissolved, and then now he was able to go and absorb it. So Upwork did lead to him getting an extra, what is that, $7,200 a month. It's just not in the same way that most people think it is. So there are ways you can do it, and there are ways you can get the clients from it. And I think we're gonna make like a master class, just kind of like talk about that. If you want to make a master class and like go and like have like a much deeper kind of like video series about how to use these platforms, go ahead and comment master class inside of the comments. So I can actually send you an invite the next time we do it. The fourth channel I like doing is speaking engagement. So this is an underrated kind of like marketing channel. It's like anytime you get in front of an audience and demonstrate your power, this is actually the best time to go and get clients. Now, these can be very, very intimidating. I understand. Like speaking in front of people, if you're either don't like public speaking or maybe you did a speech one time and people like laughed at you, I understand. It's very overwhelming now. This is not something that everyone does, right? Okay. But for the ones that want to do it, we do give you the options. And again, they can be intimidating, especially if you don't know like how to get booked for good events and you don't know exactly what to say. So like one thing we've done to help our students, like we give you like presentation templates so you know exactly what to say when you're either like on stage, either virtually on stage or on stage in person. And you just use like the slides, say it word for word, just makes it very easy, makes it sound like you know exactly what you're talking about. You do know what you're talking about. It's just if you don't have confidence, it can be a little bit overwhelming. So it just allows you to be able to kind of show who you are, it allows you to be able to kind of get past those nerves and still be highly, highly effective when you're talking. So next thing is this marketing channel is actually a bridge between LinkedIn and email, since you'll be able to connect people who like number one did not book a consultation right away. So I actually really like having this where it's like you do a speaking event, they follow on LinkedIn, and then you send an email to them based on like we have like an email sequence follow up for like once you've done like a speaking event for people. It makes it very easy for you like just stay in touch with them. So like not only do you get clients like while you're speaking the event, but you also get clients who like the follow sequence that you create. So like students like JC, Angelica, or Arlene have used these speaking events plus the email sequences to go and get high paying clients with very low amounts of effort. Like for example, JT knows that every single time he does a speaking event, he gets between 1 to 3 clients. So one client generally immediately signs up like right after the event, and then like another two come in with like the next like 30 or 60 days from like, the emails kind of that we send. And like we just basically show you to do it. It just makes it so much easier. So it's like you just can basically control your income, right? Because it's just okay. So let's say I want to go and get a minimum of 12 new clients. I can just go and have one speaking event scheduled for every single month. And I know that based on like this certain audience or this group or like this speech that I give, I'm going to get one client. If the X number of people show up in the room, we get this many registrations. So it just forces growth inside your business and it makes things more predictable. Or if you don't want to do it, if you just really have like your skill set down, you just do one per quarter. And that allows you to be able to get between 1 to 3 clients. And then if you fill up your email list and you're able to keep going and like building more people. Now, these like the 4 different channels. This is like the easiest way to kind of get inside. Hopefully, this overview of like the accounting state of the accounting field for 2023 has been very helpful. Now, again, if you want some help growing your business, maybe you just don't know what you're doing, maybe you just are thinking about getting started, but it's just not quite working, you just need some guys, you just need some help, go ahead and click on the link inside the description to book a call with us to see if our program can really help you out. Now, again, we're not a great fit for everybody. Like, we're only looking for a select few people that really fit our criteria, that I just like really feel that I can help to the best of my ability. Because if I don't think I can help you, right, it's just not a good fit. I don't want to take your money. I only want to work with people who really are in the best position to win, utilizing our services, because that's what allows us to get good testimonials, allows us to get great referrals, and allows us to be able to have a business that can stand, for the next like 10, 15, 20 years, in some cases, depending like, how long we're going to do it. So if that's you and you want to see if you qualify for our program, go ahead and click on the link inside the description or above below the video to see if we can help you out and if you qualify for our program. Talk to you soon. I'll see you either on the call or I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.